Startup Podcast PH is co-produced by Sprout Solutions, Aperon, Tuala, Simf, Sekuna, Red Circle Global, Maroon Studios, and Aim High. Check out our partners in the description. Welcome sa Startup Podcast PH, inspiring more Filipino entrepreneurs and innovators. Live tayo ngayon dito sa Icebox TBI in Mindanao State University, General Santos to interview their startup incubatees. We're interviewing Artiverse, platform for Filipino artists and creatives where they can showcase their art and earn from their craft. And we have its co-founders, Karen May Yonko, Anthony Yolak Lloveras, and Reinhardt Logronio. Hello, moms and sirs.
Hello.
Kamusta?
Hi. Okay naman.
Ayan. So,
First time.
first time ba mag-podcast? First time ba mag-live?
Kinakabahan pa.
Hindi yan. I'm sure kayang-kaya na to. Kasi your startup founders are bold. Ayun no. So, sige, hindi ko na patagalin pa. I'll have you do the introduction. So, ano nga ba ang Artiverse? Who would like to do the introduction?
So yun po, yung Artiverse, it is a safe platform po para sa mga Filipino artists and creatives where they can yun po, showcase their art and eventually earn from their craft. Parang yun po yung general na idea ng Artiverse.
Sige, so Artiverse, no, for sure this is a portmanteau of artists and universe ba?
Opo,
Ano ba yung universe
parang
dito?
Artiverse is from artists and universe. Parang universe for artists. Ganun.
Universe for artists. Pero as you've said, as you've stated sa ating introduction, ano nga bang problema sa world of artists? I believe ito ay may kinalaman sa income ng mga artists. Pero sige, siguro maybe you can describe, maybe you can tell our listeners, ano nga ba yung current struggle that they're also trying to solve for our Filipino artists and creatives? And are you guys also artists and creatives ba?
Yes po. Kaya ako po, I like painting. I do painting po. And then si Rain, I think digital.
Digital arts. Oh.
So, yung problem po na
Sige, I want
na-discover.
you, siguro isa-isa kayo.
Okay.
Magsasabi ng inyong parang naranasan na mga experience and struggles maybe as artists and creatives sa ating lipunan. Sige, first go.
So, ako po, yeah, I was an artist and kahit yung profession ko ngayon po, parang related siya sa art since UI UX designer po.
Oh, wow.
And then, though hindi ko po siya ginagawa to earn dati, pero parang para sa akin medyo mahirap yung i-showcase pa para makita yung ano ko yung art ko para makita ng mga tao. Parang mahirap maghanap ng kung paano i-expose ba. Kasi like parang kanya-kanya tayong way ng paano i-market ganito ganyan paano like sa Facebook yan may mga Facebook pero hindi siya oversaturated na yung Facebook pa. Wala talagang platform na freely lang ako makapost ng mga artists.
Tsaka maganda kung para may singular platform where the artists can showcase their portfolio and kung sino man gusto mag-view, maybe they want to parang ang tawag dito, yung parang hire or parang get an artist, commission an artist. They can just view their or maybe actually, since you said na nga that you're a UX UI designer, baka meron UX UI or baka meron tech company who want to hire a creative and maybe they can view those artists or those creatives portfolio through Artiverse, right?
So yun po yung sa akin.
In the showcasing you want a platform where artists and creatives can showcase. Sige, si Sir naman.
So,
Sir Anthony. So parang are you an artist also creative? And maybe ano parang or maybe kung hindi man or hindi masyado, ano yung parang nakikita mong struggle or problems of artists that you want to solve?
To be honest, dati akong artist. Pero yun nga, na-divert na ako into more on sa problem solving. So yung creativity ko na-shift from digital or yung parang handmade na crafts into parang solutions na
Anong ginagawa mong handmade arts dati?
Dati, nag-take din ako ng painting class ko. Actually, Mapo. Hanggang ngayon, nandun pa rin yung painting ko na may kalabaw. Na way back, sobrang tagal na nun. Basically, isa sa nakita ko talaga na problem with the artist, sa art industry, is yung exposure. Magaling yung mga artist natin, lalo yung local, pero hindi sila na-expose. So, we were planning on, actually, yung narinig ko yung Artiverse with Karen and Reinhardt, isa talaga sa ano nila, sa naging vision nila is yun nga ma-expose sila, yung Filipino artistry. Ngayon, nakita namin na possible yun siya. Ang problema lang ngayon talaga is hindi, kailangan namin malaman kung paano namin ma-reach out yung mga potential na gustong mag-reach out sa artist na yun at saka yung sa artworks nila.
Yun nga, no, if yung kumbaga i-connect nyo yung mga magko-commission dun sa mga artists na i-commission.
Yeah, actually
right?
ngayon, yung mga coffee shop, may mga iba dun, gumagawa sila ng canvas na works, di ba? So, isa yun sa mga ginagawa nila. So, aside from that, kahit anong klaseng art, baka maka-introduce kami ng new way of platform na mga, like, aside from canvas, yung wall, or kung ano man. Yun yung excited kami about dun sa Artiverse. So, dun namin gusto malaman ano pa yung next na target.
Pero actually, I have a question lang muna sa'yo kasi you said na artist ka dati, ngayon hindi na. Bakit? Is it may kinalaman ba yun sa kumbaga, mahirap nga kumita as an artist sa mundo ngayon?
Hindi naman. Siguro nag-shift lang talaga yung mindset ko na yung art kasi in abstract eh. Tapos, para sa akin kasi, di ba may dalawang side tayo ng brain natin, yung artist at saka logical. So, medyo nag-move na ako dun sa logical side.
Yeah, pero I mean, yung logical side mo, yan din yung work, yung income generating work mo now. Or
siguro I am paid through that, pero yung creativity ko from yung pagiging artist ko dati, na-apply ko pa rin.
What if kikita ka ng malaki using your creative side?
Which is yan yung nangyayari naman.
Ay, nangyayari naman. Ayun,
kasi nagiging creative naman. Yung solutions na pinoprovide ko, it's something more creative.
So mix siya ng both. Left and right side of the brain.
Yeah. Pero amazing talaga siya.
Okay. Sige, I'll ask you more later about your mga work nyo now. Pero sige, si Sir Reinhardt muna. So, kayo naman, sir, ano ang struggle that you've experienced as an artist or creative that gusto nyo i-solve through Artiverse?
So, in the past, kasi, sa junior high, nag-join ako ng major in special program in the arts. So, fine arts ako. Gina-train ako magawa ng painting, sculpture, ganyan. Tapos, doon ko lang nakita yung struggle sa paggawa ng art kasi it's hard to be proficient in making artworks, but it is very hard to be recognized in your art making. So doon before ako nag-shift into sciences at saka sa IT, doon ko talaga na feel na I was a failure as an artist.
Wait, bakit ka nag-shift?
Yun nga.
Kasi mahirap yung
mahirap siya. Tapos, mahirap din mag-reach ng tao. Pag
okay. Gets. Grabe, no? I cannot relate kasi hindi ako artist no. Pero I think I can recognize that struggle na parang pag you don't feel validation kasi in the thing that you do na alam mo pinaghirapan mo yun. Alam mo deep inside na pinaghirapan mo yan. You put your creative juices into that. Pero wala nakaka-recognize kasi first of all, mahirap ma-reach out, mai-showcase yung art. And pangalawa, baka hindi pa rin naman ganun ka-match sa hinahanap ng current industry, ng current mundo ngayon, yung art that you're producing, So, maybe somehow, that's the thing you want to change, Ayun. Pero actually, hiyang-hiya naman ako, kasi ako wala akong talent for art, So, I'm very privileged to meet you guys here na napaka-laki ng side for art. Actually, I tried dati, bumili ako ng parang painting set, pero never ko siya nagamit kasi hindi ako marunong, tapos di ko alam paano matututo, kung paano ko siya aaralin. So, wala, nag-podcast na lang ako. Well, I'm a person of the tech kasi, science and tech naman ako. So, napafocus na lang ako sa science and tech. Pero, I agree with you, sir, kasi that's true eh. Actually, I think it's natural for people to have, yung parang logical side and the creative side. And minsan, somehow, baka hindi na utilize both, no? Or parang hindi na i-enhance both. But I guess, it's time na both aspects are kumbaga recognized din and maybe paid for by society. So now let's go kay Artiverse as a platform. So ano nga ba yung ginagawa ninyo? So in Artiverse, artists can showcase their art and earn from their craft. So paano nga ba gumagana si Artiverse?
So, yun po, yung Artiverse, may way siya where they can, like anyone, any Filipino can post their artworks and it can get recognized by people who visit the site. Pero may tawag nito, may feature din siya which is makabili sila makabenta sila ng mga artworks nila. Bale, it can be a hub para sa mga artists, parang social media. But at the same time, may marketplace siya.
So ano klase mga pwede ibenta dito? I mean, and what kind of art can be showcased here?
Yun po, since the RA 11904, it has many domains po sa creative industry. Pero we will focus muna po sa 4 domains which is paintings and drawings, digital art, photography, and handcraft, which is fall doon yung mga tawag nito, sculptures.
At saka ito yung mga pwedeng mabenta agad-agad. Kasi I mean, I'm thinking art din naman somehow ang ma-performance art, diba? Pero I think hindi naman yung madaling mabenta or mabili kasi that's performance. Pero yung ito, physical to tangible.
Yun.
Kumbaga yung painting, makukuha mo yung mismong canvas and the paint. Kung digital art, maybe a copyrighted, or maybe, yun, NFT, diba? Are you familiar with those, diba? Or if, isa pa, so painting, digital art, photography, they can get the photo mismo, no? So, ayun.
Pwede printed din yun.
Or printed, yeah, So, how does the platform look like in a UX UI? So, ano yung tsura niya? Basically, the artists can have their account and parang Instagram ba to na they can post their arts?
Yeah. Like, we try to make it look like the other social media po. Para hindi siya masyadong mahirap gamitin ba. So, it looks kinda like Instagram. Ganun. Kasi yun yung Instagram, di ba? Pictures, post ng pictures, ganun.
So, kaya artist ako, I will make an account and then, if I have a painting, pipicturean ko, diba? Then I will post there. And then maybe somewhere out there, so yung view naman nung parang buyer, they will go to Artiverse and they will browse. Paano ka ba mag-browse dito? So, can they search ba? Can they, parang may newsfeed din ba? At nag-follow din ba to ng artist? Ganun. And then may newsfeed na parang ganun din siya. So, parang I can follow the artists that I parang sinusubaybayan ko. And pag nag-post sila, lalabas sa akin yun. And then I can buy. Tama ba? Ganun. Oh, okay. Pero sa tingin ninyo, kasi baka yun nga yung kanina rin sinabi ni Sir Reinhardt and ni Sir Anthony, na baka kulang pa, I'm not sure baka kulang pa yung parang appreciation ng mga tao sa art or parang yung, why people will pay for those? Why people will buy those? No? So ano tingin nyo dun? Sa ngayon ba kulang ba or wala lang bang platform for that?
Actually, sa amin ngayon, we have the plan for the platform. We're ongoing dun sa pag-build ng platform, pero we're also doing yung pag-reach out muna namin. I mean, yung first priority namin right now is reaching out dun sa mga potentials na mga art enthusiasts at saka yung interested sa mga artwork.
I see, true.
And then, while doing that, nagre-reach out na din kami dun sa mga art studios. And yun, parang sinusuportahan namin din sila at the same time for may mga events sila na painting workshop, ganyan.
Yes, actually I'm wrong. Napakalaki nga ng market nito. Pero actually ang nangyayari kasi parang wala pa sila sa digital space, 'di ba?
Yes.
Kasi most of them are in the studios and parang mga kunyari, an artist sa studio. Actually minsan nga, personally ako, and I believe maraming tao gustong pumunta sa mga art studio. Kulang lang talaga yung parang access and knowledge pa natin.
Yes.
But maybe if it's in the digital space, that's better for everyone.
Actually, sir, parang dito sa Jensen lang po parang halos every month may exhibit. Pero
saan ginaganap?
Sa city lang din.
I mean, a studio or like in
minsan sa mall.
Sa mall, yeah. True.
Kaya yun po, parang gusto namin i-bring yung mga exhibit into digital ba? Para maraming tao maka-access.
Okay, now this makes super lots of sense. Kasi actually, na-realize ko nga rin, ang dami bang art fair, I mean, not just in Jensen. In Jensen, maybe nga, marami na dito. Even when sa Manila, meron din naman, hindi lang ganun hindi kasi ako art enthusiast talaga, so I'm not that knowledgeable, Pero actually, come to think of it, ang laki ng community na to. And even sa iba't ibang cities, communities, I remember sa Baguio, if you've been there. Napakalaki rin lang art community dun eh, na napakadalas na mga art fair dun, na maraming mga artist din na sikat sa Cordillera eh, sa Baguio, sa So parang ganun, no? Parang, and you can even connect all around the country.
Yeah.
An artist from General Santos, meron siyang art, a person from, let's say, Ilocos Norte, para dulo-dulo, di ba? They can buy, di ba? What do you think about that?
Tama. Actually, yun talaga yung yung purpose namin with Artiverse. So, platform siya, and then kahit saan ka man dito sa Pilipinas or sa labas, yun yung i-ano namin. Parang pwede namin i-deliver sa inyo.
So pwede rin deliver?
Far, yeah. Kasi so far ngayon, yung kaya pa namin i-deliver is hindi pa naman namin kaya yung mga logistics na side. So, ano lang muna, medyo local lang muna yung target namin.
Yes,
pero in the near future, pag may mga demands na talaga from outside Gensan.
So siguro sa ngayon, Gensan muna. No? Or Region 12 maybe, and then later, 12, island to island na. But ito bang mga art na ito, mahal ba ito? Ano ba usually yung price ng mga ganito when you buy? Kanyari painting or maybe sculpture?
Yung sa paintings po, based sa mga napuntahan ko ng mga exhibits, I think mga nasa 15 to 10 lang muna. Mga ganun.
1,000 pesos. Okay.
Pero in actual talaga, like if mga main exhibits good sa Manila, it can reach up to mga million, I think.
How about yung mga mura? Here's an idea. What if yung mga idea lang to feel free to to negate my opinion. Yung mga kunyari mga postcard type or even mga keychain type pero unique na art yun ng painter or ng artist, diba?
So yun yung kanyang medium.
Oo. Yung parang mga ganung maliliit or parang even ref magnet, diba? What do you think about that?
Actually, na-mention ko din yan kay Karen before. Kung pwede ba yung diba may napakita ako sa'yo. Meron nga yung upcycle eh. Pero I think hindi mo na namin siya ipapasok sa ngayon. Pero I think that's a potential din na nakikita namin in the future. Kasi lalo, like, kagaya nun, may isang nag-upcycle. Yung ginawa niya is, yung tarpaulin ng isang botante. Ng botante ng ng kandidato. Ginawa niyang bag.
Okay. Actually, that's nice, Yun nga, parang okay din i-showcase yung mga ganun eh. Ay, naalala ko pa meron yung mga sumisikat sa Facebook, yung parang gumagawa ng art sa dahon. Diba?
Yes.
If they can showcase those, if they can put their those kind of art sa kanilang platform sa Artiverse, and other people can buy. Siguro yung dahon ipapa-frame na lang siguro yun para diba?
Or gawin ng bookmark or
bookmark. Actually, yeah. So possible mangyari yung mga ganun in the future.
Yes.
Pero siguro nga sa ngayon, siguro as a business, I think start with this kasi may market na to eh. May mga art trades na na bibili nga talaga ng mga 10,000, 100,000, millions pesos na mga art pieces, diba? Hindi lang siya digitally, pa. So, with digital, you can make it more accessible to everyone, to anyone. And actually, maa-unlock nyo na yung mga ibang tao na maraming pera, they actually have a taste for art pala when they find out about the platform. Diba? Parang, hindi nila alam before pero gusto pala nila ng art. Diba?
Yes.
What do you think about that?
Actually, tama yan. Ang nakikita ko nga dyan is like yung kagaya sa'yo, hindi ka masyado aware na may mga exhibits. Gagawin namin mas aware kayo.
Yun nga. Actually, that's true. So, parang mas gaganahan na kami. Kasi ako gusto kong umattend ng mga exhibit, magpunta, pero hindi ko alam ko saan. So, maybe in Artiverse, baka pwede rin dun makita kung asan ba yung mga art exhibit, mga art fair, diba?
Actually, yun yung mga workshops na namin.
Isa may side din sa app na ganun.
Isa nga sa target namin supposedly is, okay lang ba? Sabihin ko sa kanila. Yung about dun sa, kunyari, di ba, may mga artwork. Usually, mga bata yung nag-enroll dun. For commission namin agad yung sa mga bata na gawa nila. Kasi that's their first artwork. And then, yung parang value dun, di ba? Nakikita mo na parang, ang cute naman niya, gumawa ng ganito. Piling ko na lang yan. Kahit tag 50 pesos.
Pagkano 50 pesos, sa bagay. But I mean, kanino account yun? Yung
ano yun siya? Parang,
dun sa bata or dun sa...
face-to-face. Sa bata yun siya nagdidiretso.
Okay. As in,
parang expose namin agad from there yung platform.
Yeah. Kasi, as a startup, dalawa yung traverse dito na challenge eh. First, you're traversing the product market fit nung art mismo. Wala pa yung digital, yung art pa lang, 'di ba? Yung connecting art lovers to artists. Yun pa lang eh. Kasi you still need to unlock and enhance that in the Philippines eh. I think kasi I mean kung ano naman edi sana mayayaman na ng sobra-sobra yung mga artists natin. But I believe mayroon pang potential for that ano. And second, yun nga, yung digitalizing this ano. Kasi ako parang nakikita ko rin eh kasi I stay in Manila. Parang ang saya mag-collect ng mga art pieces. Kung ba sa bahay lang ako, sa Manila ako, sa bahay ako, mag-browse ako, uy, may maganda sa Cotabato. Piliin ko yan, papadala sa bahay ko. Uy, may maganda sa Bohol. Bilhin ko yan, papadala sa bahay ko. Uy, may maganda sa, ano ba, Aurora, sa Baler, Region 3, di ba? Uy, meron ko yan, di ba? Then may collection na ako ng art from different parts of the country, di ba? Parang ganda nun, no? What do you think?
Yun, maganda talaga siya. Kasi like, for example nga, yung mga bata na nag-art, na nag-take ng workshop, hindi natin alam na baka isa dun sa mga batang yun is magiging batikan na artist. And then, malay mo, yung nabili mong artwork sa kanya, yun yung parang pinaka-first na artwork niya.
Mag-push sa kanya.
Oo, yun yung pinaka-first artwork niya. And then, malay mo,
aangat yung price na yan.
Ikaw aangat yung price na yan kasi ikaw lang yung may hawak nun, di ba?
True. Kunwari, nabili mo yung first ever art ng national artist, ano? O, diba? Yung national artist in 50 years. Binili mo nung 5 years old pa lang siya. Nung 55 years old na siya, national artist na siya. Edi proud ka or ibenta mo yun, ano na yun, milyones na yun.
Ilagay mo na sa museum, di ba?
Ay, actually, baka bilhin ng museum yun, di ba? Pwedeng bilhin ng museum. Yun nga. This is what I'm saying na yun yung initial yung Theatriverse eh. Beyond the digitalizing, yung pag-uplift ng appreciation and ng commerce actually ng trade ng art. Yun yung kumbaga binibuild nyo rin yun. Kasi you have the digital platform where artists can showcase and art enthusiasts can buy. And you also, para meron kayo mga side events, workshops, and things na ginagawa para mas ma-uplift ang art ecosystem, right?
Yes.
Ayun. So that's Artiverse in a nutshell.
Is payroll processing taking too much of your time? Introducing Sprout Payroll Starter. For as low as 5,000 pesos per month, you get a team of experts to help you with your payroll and HR needs. We'll help compute and process payroll, handle all your government compliance requirements, and automate timekeeping. Leave the payroll to us so you can focus on growing your business. Enjoy peace of mind with Sprout Payroll Starter. Trust the digital future with Twala. Secure and tamper-proof digital signature. Electronic notarization service. And custom AI agents for intelligent document workflows. Visit twala.io to learn more. In today's digital world, your organization needs more than just technology. It needs a strategic partner. At Symph, we build web and mobile apps that drive innovation for startups, enterprises, and organizations worldwide. Visit symph.co today.
Protect your assets from bugs before bad hackers exploit them. And launch your products seamlessly with Sukuna, your trusted partner in cybersecurity. Receive reports in real time and work with security experts to find bugs in your products before others do. Let's make your security our priority.
Running a business? Make it smarter with Red Circle Global. Streamline operations, boost productivity, and manage everything in one powerful ERP system. Book your free business demo today at redcircleglobal.com, guided by one of our top experts.
Nakapunta natin ang stories behind kasi what pushed you to really build a startup? So maybe isa-isa can you introduce yung background niyo now aside from being an artist or creative, anong work nyo now, and bakit kayo na push gawin yung startup? Sige, Sir Reynard muna.
So, yung Artiverse kasi is parang special sa akin. Kasi nung una-una, hindi talaga ito yung yung project na gina-focus ko. Kasi meron kaming dalawang other na project na
So
Oo,
dalawa
dito
ang
din.
incubated na sa inyo sa Icebox?
Opo.
Alin dito? Ito yung mga startups eh. Ito yung sa Artiverse,
Oo,
diba?
Learny
Si
at
Learn.
saka yung Larvae.
So, tatlo sa inyo?
Opo.
Wow, grabe naman tong ano na to. Okay, sige.
So, yung sa Larvae, yun yung parang baby project ko kasi doon ko gina-spend yung most of the time ko. Tapos yun nga, na-realize ko na malaki talaga yung cost ng development. Tapos malaking undertaking din siya kasi ang ginagawa namin dun is nag-develop kami ng application para mag-scan ng image for counting larvae.
Okay.
Tapos in the midst of sa aming development na-meet namin yung friends namin na meron ding idea. Ito yung yung Artiverse. So parang doon ulit ako na-inspire kasi parang close at home talaga sa akin kasi nagagawa ako ng art before. So yun, dito na ako sa Artiverse.
Okay, wow. Okay, put your talents where your heart is. Wow. Sige. Wait, by the way, are you a student now or graduate na? Si Sir Rain.
Graduate na po ako.
Graduate na? Kakagraduate lang or?
Last year na po.
Okay. Nang anong course?
Information.
IT?
Opo.
Dito sa MSU or?
Dito. Sa MSU.
Sige, okay.
Yan. So, ako naman, graduate na ako way back 2012 pa lang sa school namin na Notre Dame. And then, sa akin naman, yung background ko, I'm a CEO ng Innuendo IT Solutions. Yun yung name ng business ko. And ito sila Reinhardt and si Karen, nag-OJT sa amin. So, na-find out ko about dun sa Artiverse nila. At saka napansin na nung kasi parang pag-graduate na sila sa Icebox. Nakita ko yung post ni Karen na naghanap sila ng co-founder. So, lapitan ko na si Karen na, Karen, kamusta man? Anong kailangan nyo dyan sa Artiverse nyo? So, from there, ginaid ko sila outside ng, parang kumbaga iba yung approach din kasi ni Icebox. At saka dun sa lean approach na kinasanayan ko. Basically, yung ko naman dun, ang role ko dito mostly is yung parang kailangan natin mag-rethink paano yung approach natin para ma-reach natin yung gusto nating mangyari sa Artiverse. Like, paano ba natin ipasok sila dito sa platform? Ano bang dapat na preparations natin? Paano natin ma-reach out yung mga art enthusiasts? So, yun yung laging critical questions ko sa kanila. And then, we move outside dun sa platform. If possible, mano-mano muna namin.
Yes.
Ganun.
Yung sabi ko first traversing
Yes,
yung art ecosystem at itself
and then
muna.
if possible may mga small experiments kami, kunyari lapit tayo dito sa isang ganitong artist, i-try natin ibenta yung artwork niya, or mag-reach out tayo sa ganito kadaming mga tao, sino yung mga interested, mga ganun. Maraming approaches na
Ano pa lang background ni Sir dun sa Notre Dame?
Actually, IT ako doon na-graduate. Na since ang dami ko ng freelance at pinasukan dati, nag-start ako ng yung parang hardcoder talaga ako. Since then, nag-step up ako into business din. And then, dun, yung parang sinabi ko sa'yo na naging creative ako in a way na minix up ko yung IT, yung business, yung pagiging consultant, at saka actually, hindi ako ganito kagaling makipag-usap dati. Alam ng misis ko yan.
Actually, come to think of it, now ko lang nag-gets yung that sinabi mo sa creative and logical side. Ang mga startup founders pala actually, parang both din naman talaga ay kailangan eh. Kasi you need the logic to build the tech, the systems, but you need the creative to, kumbaga, maneuver din yung how to navigate it as a business and yung branding, the design. So, I think both nga rin talaga ay nagagamit mo as a
Exactly.
business owner, no?
Oo.
And by the way, siguro yung sa business lang, no? Kay Innuendo IT Solution. So, that's basically you're selling software, parang ganun, you're
We're
developing
building
software
solutions talaga. Like,
for companies out there.
isa sa mga nagawa namin is yung DOST na parang QR scanning na yung check-in ninyo.
I see.
Oo, and then meron kami mga tournament management system. Like, yung online din yung
So
registration
parang
mo sa
the companies approach you, then they have a certain project that they want to do. So parang kino-commission din kayo.
Yes,
Pero aside from hindi artist, pero as a
as
software
a software developer or like solution builder.
And kaya kayo nag-OJT for that. I see. And yun nga, na-bring in ni Sir Anthony kasi that's true, no? I mean, business requires a lot of experience, and fortunately, meron nang experience kay Innuendo IT Solutions for ilang years na nga ba yun, sir?
Actually, running 2 years.
Ayun, no? So,
pero may before pa na startup na ilang beses na fail, pero yun nga, it's about grit naman eh.
Siguro another question ayun, sir. Why did you, yun nga, nung nakita mo na they're looking for a co-founder, ano nagtulak sa'yo?
Actually, na-curious lang din ako. Parang, kumbaga nakita ko sarili ko dati doon. Na gusto mo mag-startup, pero more focused ako sa platform. Pero, since ngayon na may knowledge na ako, na it's not about the platform, but yung approach natin, paano natin ma-onboard yung mga taong yun sa platform natin.
Yeah, that's good na nga kasi yun yung business experience na it's kumbaga beyond the tech, beyond the model, yung how you really implement it as a business. How do you get people to be onboarded, to pay actually, diba?
Yeah.
To use the platform. I think that's the experience or that's the wisdom that your previous business or your current business has taught you and nasi-share mo na sa kanila. Sige, ikaw naman, Karen, background, you're also student right now or graduate na rin?
Sabay po kami ni Rin
Sabay
graduate.
IT rin. Yeah, sige. But can you tell also what motivated you as the CEO daw? Ikaw ang CEO, no? Ikaw ba sino ba yung nag-start ng idea talaga ng Artiverse?
Ano po siya actually, yung sinabi ni Rin kanina, na hindi, iba talaga yung idea, yung startup idea na pina-incubate namin sa Icebox noong una. Dalawa pa yun siya. Tapos, parang, in-invite namin yung mga friends namin kasi, may idea kasi sila nun kasi may competition nun, and then nag-compete kami. Sila yung nag-champion, first lang kami. Tapos, yung nag-champion idea, which is, yun yung Artiverse. Tapos, hindi kasi nila pinatuloy, kaya parang kami ba na, what if, natin yun, ipa-incubate natin yun sa Icebox. As a replacement doon sa mga startup ideas namin na hindi namin makayang gawin kasi very expensive yun siya. Kaya, tapos parang...
Actually nga, kasi si Larva parang medyo kailangan ng maraming technology doon, kaya baka mahal pa. Si Artiverse at least,
parang
platform, no? Na mas madali siya i-code somehow.
Kaya,
bilang mahirap dito, yung implementation actually. Yun yung challenge dito. Anyway, sige, go.
Tapos, yun, eventually, hindi na namin tawag nito, napatuloy yung ibang startups and nagpatuloy kami dito sa Artiverse. Actually, hindi kami talaga nag-decide na karang Artiverse na talaga. Parang, hindi namin napansin na ito na yung pinagtutuunan namin napansin. Kasi ito yung passion talaga namin. Kasi Artiverse, mga artist lang kami. Parang ganun.
By the way, I have a question sa iyo and kay Sir Reinhardt. Kasi fresh grad kayo, no? May work ba kayo now na full-time or dito kayo ngayon full-time sa Artiverse?
Yun po, yung, di ba, na kanina na nag-OJT kami sa Innuendo and then absorb po kami.
So lahat okay. So ano pala? So Innuendo pala ini-interview ko. And some project si Artiverse. Hindi. Okay, I see. So, okay. Oh, interesting.
Kasi ang parang nagpapasalamat din kami sa Innuendo kasi hindi nila kami gi-restrict ba para magawa ng isang hobby na project na outside sa job namin.
Actually, ang galing, sir. I know what you're trying to do here, kasi I think in some software development or in some startups that I interviewed, ganito yung ginagawa nila na they are a software development company. Meron na yung parang okay na yung revenues Kumbaga may solid na revenue stream from clients na talaga. And pero meron pa rin yung parang experimental R&D side. And I believe ganun ang ginagawa mo, sir, no, na meron ka na ng mga projects na talaga, pero now si Artiverse yung parang somehow experimental or startup side. Tama ba?
Yes.
Tama ba yun?
Tama. Pero hindi siya totally experiment na parang leading to failure. But it's an experiment on
innovation, kumbaga.
Innovation. May mga processes kami right now na parang ito yung traditional namin ginagawa. It worked on some cases, pero paano kung from scratch mo talaga siya gagawin? So, ang ginagawa namin is paano namin siya magawa ng paano tawag dito? Paano namin siya magawa na step by step pag nag-fail siya anong other option natin?
True.
Na parang push lang talaga paakyat.
Very software developer thinking. True. Actually, ayun. Next question. We're here now sa Icebox TBI in MSU Jensen. Sa kanila napakagandang office, very sandbox-y, very creative yung space. Paano nga ba kayo napunta sa Icebox? Did you apply? Paano ba kayo na-incubate? Or galing pa dun kay Larva Eye, di ba? Shout out Larva Eye.
Yun po, di ba? After graduation ba yan siya? Basta
nag-join na kayo when you were students pa lang?
Parang near graduation, parang may tawag nito, drive talaga kami para mag-create ng something that can help maraming people ba? Ganun.
Okay, yeah. Very Gen Z. Gen Z naman kayo. Tayo, hindi tayo Gen Z. Okay. Okay, so kumbaga you joined Icebox. Kumbaga dahil nga willingly, dahil gusto niya talaga yung gumawa ng something. And then si Sir pala ay nahatak yung boss niyo ay nahatak niya. Diba?
Yes po.
Okay, I see. Ayun. So now that develop na yung app pa, develop na siya.
Ongoing sa development. Pero the processes like yun nga, yung mga prerequisite na mga steps, yun yung ginagawa namin. Like, ginagawa muna namin yung pinakamahirap na part. And then the platform, I think it's gonna be like yung pinakamabilis at saka pinakamadaling part na
Actually,
lang.
that's true, kasi ang kailangan nyo munang ayusin, yung systems, kumbaga, yung procedures, Kasi for me, yung development, yung coding, pagbuo naman na lahat, madali na lang yun, diba? I mean, if you're a developer, madali na lang yun, diba? Ang mas mahirap dito yung mismong systems, yung mga if, parang yung mga logic, diba?
Yes.
So, as a business lalo na, So,
we try to eliminate yung mga what ifs and then prove na this is what's really happening.
And now, pag nabuo na yung app or nabubuo na siya, paano nyo na siya balak ipagamit? Kumbaga, how do you plan to find traction or get the market? So, ano na kami magiging parang strategy ninyo for people to use and pay? And by the way, ano yung parang magiging business model here? Parang ano ba to? A convenience fee na mayroong portion for every sales transaction?
Actually, sa amin, gusto lang talaga muna namin sa ngayon magamit siya. And then, pag may demand,
yes.
Then that's the time siguro na iano natin siya. Ano bang pwedeng magawa ng pera na yun para mas ma-expand natin si Artiverse. Diba? Kasi if focus lang kami about sa incentives, paano yung pera na kikita yung business, I think baka hindi pa naumpis yung business, mamamatay na siya, di ba?
Okay, that's good. Good. So, build the platform and find the people who will use it, and find the opportunity that can bring money. I mean, the money is not, hindi namin sabihin pera-pera. I mean, ibig sabihin nito, of course, you need money to sustain the expenses for maintenance, development, diba? So, but I mean, ang approach nyo is really now find or parang fit it on how people can actually use it. No?
Yes.
So, pwede punta kayo sa mga art fair, sa mga then doon nyo, lapitan nyo lang, maggulo kayo doon. Parang ganun, diba? Parang maybe integrate with those, with those communities.
Actually, gusto namin kami yung parang first example. Like, isipin mo na lang, nagpa-canvas kami, kunyari, dumating yung point na nagpa-canvas kami doon sa isang artist na may logo ng Innuendo X Artiverse. Tapos papakita namin doon na meron na kami ilalagay namin sa office
parang
namin.
Mga collaboration muna na with the artists.
Ano talaga, meron siyang yung parang handmade talaga nila na logo namin.
Okay, I see. Ayun, but really, I think that's a nice, kumbaga, implementation. I mean, really, integrate with the community.
Yes. Oh.
Ayun.
Introducing Aim High. Smarter construction management starts here. Monitor costs and progress with real-time insights. Plan ahead and adapt with streamlined scheduling tools. Make data-driven decisions to avoid costly delays. Increase efficiency and profit with Aim High.
Ayun, final question. Ano nga ba ang vision for Artiverse? Well, I think plano nyo, I think ma-mention na kanina na you want to be national or maybe baka global even, ano? Pero ano ba yung nakikita nyong future really for Artiverse? As the go-to platform talaga for artists, ano? But yeah, can you, share, ano ba talaga yung further vision that you see?
Sa akin siguro is, ito yung isa sa mga matagal na traditional na approach na art, 'di ba? Drawing, canvas, sculpture, anong nagbago? Yun yung tanong doon. So, I'm really excited dito sa Artiverse kasi baka kami yung first na gagawa ng dati yung mga radyo naging Spotify. Yung
That's nice,
yung mga wall ng mga schools naging Facebook. So, yun yung parang naging excited kami. Ano yung magiging outcome talaga ni Artiverse pag naging successful siya.
The game changer for the art ecosystem, no? Diba?
Yes.
True. Tsaka maganda yung sagot nyo, wala pa kayong concrete na, kasi, I mean, wala kayong concrete pa na nakikita. Pero, kumbaga, you will adapt and you will give the art community what they really want, right? Kasi ganun naman I mean, kumbaga, solve their problem and then ganun mabibuild si Artiverse. But I guess that's nice that what you're doing right now na platform. But I think for sure magbabago pa yan somehow in the future. But I like that. Kaya baka may gusto kayo share as a vision for Artiverse?
Sa akin po, parang in-imagine ko talaga na soon kapag maglagaw na tong Artiverse, gusto ko yung mga Filipino artists na parang medyo shy, hindi masyadong parang hindi sila marunong paano i-expose yung sariling art nila ba. Gusto ko hindi sila mahiya ba. Gusto ko may platform na makaka-help talaga sa kanila na i-showcase yung yung talent talaga nila.
Yeah, at saka even if introvert ka na artist kasi baka ayaw mong nasa spotlight lagay mo lang dun sa Artiverse. Post mo yung mga ginagawa mo. Tsaka even parang kasi I know marami mga artists na really 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 love to do art. I mean, yun yung buhay nila, 'di ba? Tapos, less nga yung mga nakakita mga tao or magulang lang nila. Joke lang. Pero I mean, onti lang, di ba? So, this actually enables them to feel validated. And when kumbaga, it becomes a natural process na for them na I will create my art and then after I create my art, I will put it in Artiverse for other people to see and maybe other people will want to buy or will want to commission my work. And then, ayun, so parang nagiging natural process siya for artists na nasanay kasi tayo sa ngayon na parang may mga term 'di ba na mga starving artists, mga ganun. I mean, 'di ba na parang I mean, hindi ko binebelita lang kasi I really love art din and I really appreciate. Pero parang we have to accept it na parang sa ngayon parang if you're an artist may mga kasabihan pa na parang makakain ba yan, parang ganyan, 'di ba? Pero we need to change that na art is makakain ng art or parang may kabuhayan sa art and parang hindi mo siya ginagawa just for yourself. You actually make it for the entire, it's an expression for the entire world, diba? So parang it will be natural. Pag gagawa mo ng art, put it in a platform where other people can see it, can view it, and that's Artiverse.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
Ayun.
Napakaganda.
Ayun, so maraming salamat sa Artiverse. If our listeners want to know more about Artiverse or maybe they want to connect with you, maybe you can lead them to social media or maybe your contacts.
Yes po. For now po, since nag-build pa kami ng community namin while developing the app, may Facebook page po kami where doon namin gather yung mga artist na ano namin.
So meron na kayong parang community rin na mga,
So you can just go to Artiverse po in Facebook, just search Artiverse, and then yung logo na may yellow and pink, yun na yun siya. Ayun siya.
Ito.
Ito po.
Tsaka even if if you're an artist or an art enthusiast, yun lang muna. Even if wala ka pang art na showcase or wala ka pang art na bibilihin, just join rin the community, kumbaga, and like the Facebook page. Start there, diba?
Yes po, may waitlist rin po talaga kami ngayon. For mga artists.
Users. I
So,
see.
pwede po kayo magpunta doon. Nasa Facebook page din namin.
So, meron na kayong waitlist?
Opo.
Wow. So, may mga mag-showcase na doon. Okay, so abangan natin yung launch. Kailan ba ang launch?
Tentative pa po.
Pero,
I think this year.
This year. Sige, abangan natin. And for sure, i-share natin yan sa ating mga Facebook page. So, abangan din sa Startup Podcast page. For sure, I promise, i-share namin yan. So, ayun. Maraming salamat, Karen, Anthony, Reinhardt, for sharing about Artiverse. And actually, your stories and your passion. So, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you rin po, sir.
And salamat sa mga nakinig.
Yay.
Thank you very much to our 59 patrons. This episode is super powered by AskLex Page Academy, our official e-learning partner. Get certifications on Lean Six Sigma, project management, data science, and more. Founders Launchpad, our ecosystem partner. Early stage accelerator providing venture capital funding, operational support, and mentorship. Hire Business Solutions, provider of the most configurable cloud-based payroll system in the Philippines. Agile Data Solutions, the Philippines' fastest growing market insights tech company with its data gathering platform, Hustle PH. Smile Checks, streamline hiring and onboarding with automated background checks. Cloud CFO, cloud accounting service provider for businesses ready to grow. Cloverly Tech, all-in-one digital platform for property developers. Body Beaties, accessible and personalized diabetes self-management application. HKB Digital Services, tech-based business tools including payroll, ticketing, and loyalty rewards. Hyperstocks, digital banking enabler for rural and thrift banks. One CFO, CFO services, bookkeeping and tax, and payroll processing for startups and small businesses. Unawa, driving digital transformation with secure, legally enforceable electronic signatures and robust AML compliance. School Tech, all-in-one AI integrated school and learning management system. Better Support, a Manila-based BPO company. They have a referral program for people who can bring in new clients. You might know a Western-based business that needs better support. Britanna, enterprise-grade ERP solution that fits a small and medium business budget. Wonder Brand, data science-driven brand strategy and design for emerging markets. Drive Manila, Philippines' largest peer-to-peer car rental community. East Point Business Outsourcing Services, one-stop shop for streamlined business solutions for MSMEs such as business registration, bookkeeping, and more. Doon, Philippines' first fully insured peer-to-peer car-sharing marketplace. DiviCode Technologies Incorporated, IT solutions specializing in software development, blockchain smart contracts, digital wallets, and cybersecurity. Looking for buy and sell online with Sigurado sellers. NutriCoach, personalized nutrition and weight loss programs for you. This episode is powered by Lablog, Sugbudok, JIA Engineering Solutions, Algacon Aquafeeds, 1ALJ, Grey Wolf Technologies Philippines, Pareto Consulting, Jure.ph, Big Giant Games, Pahatid PH, Wasteless PH, Tech Tribe, Yay, Uplift Code Camp, Board Prep, Dohey Philippines, Edfolio, Hive Rooms, Kazam, CodeCham, Sirius MD. Support the podcast through the links in the description.